Picture two people standing at the exact same starting line. Same age, same job, same paycheck landing in their bank account every 2 weeks. But 5 years from now, one of them is still living paycheck to paycheck, stressed every time rent is due. The other one has quietly built a second stream of income that now pays more than their job ever did. Here's the strange part. Neither of them was born into money. Neither of them got a lucky break. The only difference is that one of them believed something the other one didn't. They believed that you need a lot of money to make money. That single belief is probably the most expensive idea in personal finance, because it convinces smart, capable people to do absolutely nothing while they wait for some imaginary moment when they'll finally have enough saved up to start. So today, we're breaking that belief completely. We're going to walk through 18 real side businesses you can start with less than $500, and along the way, we're going to unpack the psychology of why most people never start, even when the path is sitting right in front of them. Let's get into it. Here's a question. If starting a business only required $500, why doesn't everyone do it? The honest answer isn't money, it's fear dressed up as logic. Our brains are wired for something called loss aversion. In simple terms, losing $100 feels almost twice as painful as gaining $100 feels good. So when someone thinks about starting a small business, their brain doesn't calculate the potential upside. It fixates on the potential loss. What if it fails? What if I waste the money? What if people laugh? That fear feels like caution, but it's actually a trap, because while you're protecting yourself from a small, manageable loss, you're guaranteeing a much bigger one. The loss of 5 years, 10 years of your life spent trading time for a single paycheck that never grows on its own. Think about it like a garden. Planting a seed costs almost nothing, but if you never plant anything because you're scared the seed might not grow, you guarantee there will never be a harvest. The $500 isn't the real investment here. Your willingness to start small and learn is the real investment. So let's remove the excuse. Here are 18 businesses that prove you don't need thousands of dollars, a business degree, or perfect timing. You just need to begin. 1. Freelance writing. All you need is a laptop and a willingness to learn how to write clearly. Businesses pay real money for blog posts, website copy, and email newsletters, and you can start pitching clients with zero upfront cost beyond your time. 2. Social media management. Small local businesses know they need Instagram and TikTok presence, but most owners have no idea how to do it. If you understand basic content strategy, you can charge a monthly fee to manage a handful of accounts. 3. Virtual assistant services. Busy entrepreneurs are drowning in emails, scheduling, and admin work. A laptop and organizational skills are your only tools here. 4. Print-on-demand merchandise. Design a t-shirt or mug, upload it to a platform that handles printing and shipping, and you never touch inventory. Your only cost is your time designing. 5. Pressure washing. A basic pressure washer costs a few $100s, and driveways, patios, and siding need cleaning constantly. This is one of the fastest ways to turn a small tool into repeat customers. 6. Mobile car detailing. With a vacuum, some cleaning supplies, and a bit of hustle, you can detail cars in people's driveways for $50 to $100 a session. 7. Drop shipping a niche product. Instead of buying inventory, you list a product online and your supplier ships it directly to the customer. Your upfront cost is mainly building a simple online store. 8. Pet sitting and dog walking. People will pay well to know their pets are safe and loved while they're away. This requires almost no starting capital, just trust and reliability. 9. Tutoring. If you're strong in math, a language, or test prep, parents are actively searching for tutors. You can start with online sessions and a webcam you already own. 10. Resume and LinkedIn writing. Job seekers are desperate for help standing out. If you understand how hiring works, this skill translates directly into paid work. 11. Local errand running, grocery pickup, waiting in line, dropping off packages. Busy professionals and elderly clients will pay for their time back. 12. Handmade products on Etsy. Candles, jewelry, home decor. Materials can often be sourced for under $100 to start your first small batch. 13. Photography for small businesses. Restaurants and shops need quality photos for their menus and websites. Even a decent smartphone camera can get you started. 14. Podcast editing. Podcasters are exploding in number, and most of them hate editing their own audio. If you learn basic editing software, this is a skill in high demand. 15. Flipping thrift store finds. Buy underpriced furniture or clothing at thrift stores and resell it online for a profit. Your capital is recycled every time you sell. 16. Lawn care. A basic basic mower and some flyers in your neighborhood can turn into a full client list within a single season. 17. Online course creation. If you have expertise in anything, from cooking to coding, you can package that knowledge into a course and sell it repeatedly without ever repeating the work. 18. Affiliate content creation. Building a small YouTube channel, blog, or social page around a topic you know well, then earning commission by recommending products your audience actually needs. Notice something about every single one of these. None of them required a storefront, a loan, or a business partner. They required a skill, a small tool, or simply your time. That's the pattern worth understanding. Here's where most people misunderstand money completely. They think wealth comes from having a big idea. In reality, wealth comes from owning something that keeps working after you stop. A job pays you for hours. The moment you stop showing up, the income stops. That's called linear income, and it has a hidden ceiling because there are only so many hours in a day you can trade. A side business, even a tiny one, works differently. It can keep generating income through systems, reputation, or digital assets that don't require your constant presence. A course you build once can sell while you sleep. A print-on-demand shirt design can earn money on a random Tuesday you completely forgot about. That's the psychological shift that separates people who stay stuck from people who build wealth. It's not about working harder. It's about building things that work without you. There's a concept in behavioral economics called the endowment effect. Once we own something, we value it more than something we don't yet have. This is exactly why starting, even in a tiny way, changes everything. The moment you make your first $10 from a business you built yourself, your brain starts treating that business as real. It stops being a hypothetical idea you'll get to someday. It becomes something you protect and grow because you already own it. This is why the $500 number matters so much. It's small enough that fear doesn't fully take over, but large enough to force you to take the idea seriously. It's the psychological bridge between dreaming about financial freedom and actually building it. There's also something worth understanding about failure here. Most people imagine failure as a single catastrophic event, like losing everything overnight. But in small side businesses, failure usually looks like nothing more dramatic than trying a pressure washing flyer that gets no calls, or a t-shirt design that sells 0 copies. That's not the end of anything. That's data. Every failed attempt tells you what the market doesn't want, which quietly points you toward what it does want. Wealthy people aren't people who never fail. They're people who fail cheaply, learn quickly, and keep adjusting until something works. So what should you actually do with all of this? First, stop waiting for the perfect idea. Pick one from this list, the one that requires a skill you already have or a tool you can access cheaply, and commit to trying it for 30 days. Second, treat your first $100 of profit as proof, not as a payday. That money is evidence that your idea works in the real world, not just in your head. Reinvest a portion of it back into the business, whether that's better tools, small ads, or improved materials. Third, track your time honestly. If a side business earns you $10 an hour right now, that's not the end of the story, that's the beginning. Skills compound. Your first client is always your hardest and least profitable one. The 10th client comes faster and pays more because you've built proof, reputation, and efficiency along the way. And finally, remember that the goal isn't to replace your entire income overnight. The goal is to build a second stream of money that doesn't depend on your job security. Even an extra $300 a month changes your relationship with money entirely, because it shifts you from feeling trapped to feeling like you have options. Let's go back to those two people standing at the same starting line. The only thing that separated them wasn't luck, timing, or some hidden advantage. It was a decision. One of them decided that $500 and a spare few hours a week were enough to begin. The other one waited for a version of ready that never actually arrives. Money doesn't reward the people with the biggest bank accounts. It rewards the people willing to start small, fail cheaply, and keep adjusting until something works. Every single business on this list started exactly where you are right now, as nothing more than an idea sitting next to a small amount of money and a decision waiting to be made. The question was never really about whether you have $500. It's about whether you're willing to bet on yourself before anyone else does. If you found this video helpful, consider subscribing for more insights on building wealth the smart way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.